Chelsea's £70 million bid has been rejected by Leicester for Wesley Fofana. That has been confirmed as by Fabrizio Romano. We are talking about Liverpool eyeing Soumare at Leicester City because he's cheap to go in and really rectify some of their midfield problems. And then Real Madrid is rivaling them to sign Jude Bellingham because Real Madrid now have got in close to £60 million from Manchester United after selling Casemiro to them. Then there is a son of Patrick Kluivert eyeing a move to what we call the Premier League. Which club is he coming to? And then we go down deep in Barcelona. Juventus reject the signing of Memphis Depay, and the manager of Barcelona looks like he's no longer interested in Jordi Alba and he wants to bring in another player at Barcelona. Welcome to Rokani Media Football. What's up, guys? How is your evening? How is your night? And maybe some of the people watching us in other countries like Asia, it's coming to morning either for you. So how are you guys and where are you watching us from? Rokan David is my name, and obviously I'm here to bring you the second story of the day. Remember, I'm left with one story to do, and obviously it's really going to come in like 2-3 hours from now, especially on this channel. So smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. And guys, we are left with just like 2-3 subscribers to hit 6,000 subscribers on this channel. Guys, let us keep the love flowing. Let us keep subscribing and to see if this channel really grows either for you. The first story of the day, Wesley Fofana, you know him very well. He plays for a side which goes by the names of Leicester City. He was playing with William Saliba way back in Lille in the for you, and now William Saliba close to Leicester. Fofana close to Leicester, and William Saliba went on loan to Lille, then to Marseille, where he really turned into a very good player. And now today, Fabrizio Romano has told us that Leicester have turned down a new bid from Chelsea for Wesley Fofana. Fee understood to be around £70 million, but with difficult add-ons included. As Percy Telegraph mentioned, Chelsea feel there is still a chance to push for Fofana as he really wants the move. So when you look at Wesley Fofana to Chelsea, you know very well that Chelsea lost their first game of the season to Leeds at Aaron Road. They are beaten, and that shows you how poor their defense is. Leave alone the first goal, it was an error from the goalkeeper, but the erratic defense of Chelsea led to the 2 goals that they conceded after that 1 goal. The header scored by Rodrigo, and then the other one scored by Horizon. It showed you that the defense of Chelsea is really having a very big miscommunication. I don't really believe that they're lacking quality in defense, but the miscommunication, and this goes to Thomas Tuchel. And to me, I'm sorry to say, but I really believe that Thomas Tuchel might be one of the managers to be sacked first. That's it. The way Chelsea is going and where they're going, they are not on the right track. You can tell me that you had Chalobah, who played very well for you last season, and you want to loan him out and you want to bring in other defenders. Why don't you build on what you have? I think it's better to have stability than to go in and bring in new players. Chalobah knows Silva very well. If I told you add in Koulibaly, they can easily connect well. But you are trying to play a 3-man central defense with 2 new central defenders. You get? There is Cucurella and Koulibaly. You get? Now you want to bring in Wesley Fofana. I don't believe it's going to be a solution, and it will take Chelsea close to 10 games to settle up after the transfer window. You get? Leave alone, because they're going to play how many games? They're playing on Saturday. They're playing in midweek. You get? So, after playing 3 games from now, count more 10 for Chelsea to get back where it's supposed to be, because that central defense of Chelsea is alarming. It's shaky. Koulibaly got a red card in the game of Leeds. He's out. Now, you expect him to bring in Chalobah, although he wants to loan him as Pliqueta, and maybe address James. So, he's really looking very weird, and the calls he's making of the team are really weird. How do you play Reece James as a central defender, you get, in your 3-man central defense, when you are having a player like Chalobah who can come in and play that side? Then you go ahead and let Reece James play as a wing back. And I don't know why managers really think around the team. In the game of Spurs, my best player for Chelsea was Reece James, and he has played well as a wing back. And when he plays as a wing back, he delivers. Now he risks his job by putting Loftus-Cheek to play as a wing back and dropping Reece James to play as a central defender in a 3-man defense. That is horrible. And even if he brings in Wesley Fofana, will it solve the situation at Chelsea? I don't believe stability will be gained immediately, but with time, like around after playing 10 games with this team, I think that back three will get consistency. That back three of Wesley Fofana, Thiago Silva, and Koulibaly. But ask yourself, what if Koulibaly gets an injury? Who is going to come in and play? Sarr has been loaned. Chalobah is going to be loaned. So who are you going to play with them? That's the big question and the big goal. So they have turned down their bid. Obviously, they are wanting Wesley Fofana. He's a very good defender. I really like him. Talented. He is really a Rolls Royce in that central defense. Obviously, he's going to make lots of changes for Chelsea and it will really be hard, but obviously the combination matters a lot. It's very easy for defenders who are playing in a 2-man central defense to really command up and really know one another, to build a partnership. As you saw yesterday, Lisandro Martinez and Rafael Varane, that has been their first competitive match. Is it? It was their competitive. That was their first competitive match because they first played against Rayo Vallecano. You get? And they played very well. So it's very easy to build a partnership of 2 central defenders, but it's very hard to build a partnership of 3 central defenders. That's it. That partnership is hard, and Thomas Tuchel is putting his job on the line by deciding to go on and really do that call he really went ahead to do. Now, I've been told by the Express Sport that if Liverpool were bold enough to make their move, they could help Boubare Soumare fulfill his potential for virtually peanuts. He's still only 23 and would represent a respectable addition both for the present and future while keeping finances in the check. Obviously, what they're saying is okay, but can Jurgen Klopp swallow his pride to go in and really sign in another central midfielder? Because amidst all the problems that Liverpool are really facing, they need another central midfielder. They need another central midfielder. That midfield without Fabinho, without Thiago Alcantara, Naby Keita, it's not really a strong midfield to go in and really compete for the title. So they've been advised by the Express Sport they should go in and sign in Soumare. I saw them going in. Is it Sanda, that guy who is in Sheffield? Good central midfielder. So we are waiting to see whether a team which goes by names of Liverpool will go in and bring in a midfielder. There is Tielemans, talks for them to go in and bring Tielemans. But obviously, I look like the manager saying, what if I really sign in this player and this player is really healed? But I really believe that having a player like Thiago Alcantara away for 6 months calls for Liverpool to bring in a new signing. Obviously, the plan is to bring in Jude Bellingham next summer, but right now, they should go in for a short notice signing like they did on Luis Diaz, you get, in January. So they need to go in and really reinforce their midfield because I don't know when Curtis Jones is returning. Oxlade-Chamberlain is out. For Alcantara, 6 months. Fabinho played 30 minutes yesterday, meaning that he is sick and he played on orders of the doctor that he only has to play 30 minutes. That's it. So what if Fabinho gets an injury? Can Liverpool put in a shift? You get? So they need to go in and change lots of things for themselves because it is really very alarming for a side which goes by the names of Liverpool, and they lost yesterday to Manchester United by 2-1. United ran better than them, and I think yesterday you got to know what I've always told you, that games of football are won and lost in the midfield. You saw it. United won the midfield battle in the first half and they won goal ahead. Second half, before Fabinho came in through, United was still in charge of that midfield and they went ahead to score a second goal. When Fabinho came in through, United decided to play a deep line and obviously invited pressure from Liverpool, and Fabinho took over the midfield, but United just went on to break the game. They brought on Freddie, they brought on which other player? They brought on a player who goes by the names of Danny Van Beek, mainly to break the play of Liverpool. Whenever Fabinho got that ball, you get, their main aim was to go on and stop him from really proceeding. So that's what Liverpool was up to yesterday by losing that game, and they can go ahead and lose more if at all they don't really reinforce that midfield. Let's wait and see how they're really going to play on Saturday against Bournemouth. They're having it at home. Let's wait and see how everything is going to happen. Darwin Núñez is not yet to return because I think he's going to serve. Is that red card? I think he's going to return in the next game because he was just given one yellow card. Two yellow cards. Was it a straight red or a yellow card? I think it was a straight red card, according to me. So I really believe that he has to go on and do the needful and really leave a side which goes by names of Liverpool, and he'll return later. So there is a story that would excite very many Liverpool fans all over the world, because a man that you've been interested in and planning to sign next summer at £106 million, that is Jude Bellingham, Real Madrid are interested in signing him in there for you. So next summer, you're battling it out with Real Madrid. So when you look at Liverpool, Jude Bellingham has a lot of space to play at Liverpool because it looks like Naby Keita wants to run his contract down and leave Liverpool because he's not happy. So Liverpool are really planning to go in and really bring in Jude Bellingham. Obviously, they want to do as they did this time around. You get? They spent close to 85 million euros on one player. That is Darwin Núñez. So I think their marquee signing next summer was supposed to be Jude Bellingham, but Madrid is rivaling them after the departure of Casemiro. Madrid has £60 million on their pocket, and it's a matter of them adding like some £40 million to go in and buy Jude Bellingham from Borussia Dortmund, £100 million. Remember, it said that he will cost them £106 million. That is a team which goes by the names of That is a team which goes by the names of Real Madrid, and they want to get in Jude Bellingham. It's going to be a very big battle because it's a rival, and Liverpool want this man. Obviously, Liverpool doesn't have very many English players in their starting 11. If you are to count, Trent is an English player. Henderson, maybe Milner starts sometimes. Who else starts when he's English? I think they only have 3 players who are English that can start into that Liverpool starting 11. So they want to reinforce that that team of theirs by signing in more English players. Obviously, it's a call that everyone would love, especially the English people, for a player like Jude Bellingham, who was playing at Birmingham young at the age of 16. He went to Borussia Dortmund, and then he has been there for close to 2-3 years, and he has matured and developed into a player that can now come and fit at the level of Liverpool in the first. So Jude Bellingham is being battled for by Liverpool and Real Madrid. Let's wait and see who is going to win this battle. Obviously, I know Liverpool has an edge because the player is English, and obviously would love to come in and play in the Premier League because the Premier League is the most competitive league in the world. But Real Madrid can put in a shift and really convince him to come and play for them. Then we've been told by Di Marzio, you know him very well, football transfer expert. Obviously, in Italy, when you hear him say something concerning an Italian team, obviously, take it with a lot of concern either for you. Then he has told us that Juventus have decided not to sign Memphis Depay. This deal has been on, and Memphis Depay had agreed with Barcelona that if at all he really gets a very high-profile team, he's going to terminate his contract and then walk out. Now, Juventus have pulled out of this deal. I don't know what Memphis Depay is going to do because he left Lyon on a free and he went to Barcelona. Did he go on a free? Was it on a free? I think he left on a free and he went to Barcelona. Going to Barcelona, obviously he played some games with Koeman. Koeman was sacked. Xavi came in through. He played him. But the signing in of Aubameyang and Lewandowski put him totally out of the picture of the starting 11 of Barcelona, and he has agreed with the board to let him go, and they've told him to go, but he doesn't want to go to mediocre teams. He wants to go to high-profile teams. So let's wait and see whether Spurs will go in for him, because it looks like Antonio Conte is really an admirer of this player, but all is not good for Memphis Depay. This is not good news for Memphis Depay. I really believe that he should work upon it and really find another team, because it looks like his career is on and off, and he will regret leaving Lyon, because in France he really put up good numbers and stats were really on him and they really looked excellent. But in Barca he was really trying and struggling to really match the levels of the La Liga, and his numbers were not all that to the level of meeting the manager's quality. If I told he had really put up a very good form, they wouldn't have gone in for Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, but they went in for Aubameyang because they never had a centre forward who could put that ball in the back of the net. After that, we've been told that Javi does not trust Jordi Alba anymore, especially defensively. So this has really shocked me, guys. It has really shocked me because I felt like Jordi Alba fits like a glove in the system of Xavi, but Xavi knows that nowadays you must be a central defender or a left back who is good at going forward and good recovering and defending. So Jordi Alba is not part of that anymore. He feels like he doesn't represent those traits anymore for a team which goes by the names of Barcelona, and that's why he was going in for Marcos Alonso. This shows us that obviously Marcos Alonso was going to come in and start for a side which goes by the name of Barcelona because the manager really believes Jordi Alba can't put in a shift as required. So let's wait and see where this is going to end, because Xavi is really a man of his word. He has turned around the entire Barcelona team. He's trying to buy a full 11 because he brought in Christensen, Frank Kessie, Jules Koundé, Rafinha, Ousmane Dembele was resigned, Lewandowski. Who else? They want Bernardo Silva. They want a left back. They want a right back. Almost, he's going to sign close to 10 players. And though Barcelona is trying to sign some, especially Jules Koundé, meaning that they need to sell Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang or sell Frankie de Jong, that's when they will be able to really sell this player who goes by, to sign a player who goes by the names of Jules Koundé. So let's wait and see what is happening from Barcelona and what Xavi is planning to do at the side of Barcelona as far as the signing of these players are really concerned. The last story is all about Fulham and AS Roma have new rounds of talks today to discuss Justin Kluivert deal. Full agreement on personal terms. Kluivert only wants Fulham up to the club's now confident. Roma want a loan with mandatory buy clause to get it done. Fabrizio Romano is reporting that story. So I support United, you know very well. I support Manchester United. I know this guy, the son of Patrick Kluivert. I know him, Kai Kluivert. I really know this guy, Justin Kluivert. Why? He scored that goal that really knocked us out of the Champions League in the season of 2020-2021. You get? Having taken us out, he scored the third goal. He was playing for RB Leipzig. I remember it like yesterday. You get? I remember it like yesterday. Now from RB Leipzig, he crossed to Italy. After crossing to Italy, obviously, he wants to come to the Premier League, and Fulham is in need of the services of this guy. And obviously, his father was one of the best number 9s in his generation. And I know him very well because I've been supporting Netherlands for so long. I remember him really going ahead in the Euros of 2000 that were hosted by Netherlands. We are playing Italy, and Netherlands got 2 penalties in the 90th minute that could have killed off the game, and told the goalkeeper of Italy saved both of those penalties. And guess who was the one taking them? It was Patrick Kluivert. And what annoyed me, because that game drew 0-0, and when we went into the penalty spot, Kluivert scored, but he couldn't really bury that ball into the back of the net on the 2 penalties that we conceded, on the penalties that Italy conceded. So I know Patrick Kluivert, one of the best, but his son has really failed to live up to the expectations as the father really in the field. He was playing for, was it Ajax or PSV? One of those teams. That's where he really got from. Then he went to Germany, from Germany, Leipzig. And let's see what he's going to do in the Premier League, because the Premier League is very competitive and maybe it can lift him to the levels that he wants. And Marco Silva, the manager of Fulham, I want to give him a very good appreciation because he's making signings that are really fitting in his team like a glove. You get? Andreas Pereira, good. He has brought in some good signings that I said, which goes by names of Fulham. And I know even this guy who goes by names of Justin Kluivert will come in and really do the needful for side which goes by the names of Fulham. So guys, remember Arsenal is playing Fulham on Saturday at 19:30 hours. So you never know, Arsenal might be playing Fulham when this guy is into that game. But remember, they're having Mitrovic, that danger man, for a side which goes by the names of Fulham. So let's wait and see how that will go on. But Rokani David is my name. This is the second video of the day. I'm coming back with the last video of the day. Obviously, Arsenal, they're in danger. You know that very well. The financial fair play rule looks like Arsenal has been put on the watch list by UEFA because it looks like they've exceeded and spent more than what they're supposed to spend. So let's wait and see how everything happens. May the Almighty God protect you abundantly. Your reactions to these stories: Wesley Fofana bid rejected, Liverpool's crisis, Real Madrid sabotaging the transfer of Jude Bellingham to Liverpool, and so much more. I sign out for now. See you later, my mates, and I love you. May the Almighty God protect you abundantly.